Talking with Topher is sponsored by slowdownclothing.bigcartel.com, New Hampshire Vape Gallery, and naturalbossnh.com. More on that later. Let's get into episode 117.
At it again.
What is happening, TWT fans? It is so good to be back. It is June 30th, 2022, and how are all of you doing, huh? How's everybody doing out there? Did you have a good weekend? I hope you did. I hope you were safe. Oh, man, there are so many car accidents today. It is absolutely insane. Oh, my God. That was just one this morning. It's just so sad. Everybody, slow down out there. Take your time. And, man, if you haven't been out on the road before, this is a real tough time to be out there. But take it slow if you don't know what you're doing. People are flipping cars and crashing into things. It's just, a lot going on there. But I want to start off by saying thank you. That's right. I thank all of you. I saw the new subscribers over the weekend. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. I can't believe my short got so many views, and for me, that's a ton of views. So thank you so much. It means everything to me. So keep that up. I appreciate it so much. And if you're new, welcome. Welcome to Talking with Topher. I am just so overwhelmed with all of this. But thank you so much for the support. And if you're just stopping by, right? You're just checking out the podcast. Maybe you're just listening. Leave a review. And if you're watching, subscribe. That's right. It's the one thing I'm asking everybody to do. It's free for you, and it means everything to me. So click, lick, slap, smash, stomp on that subscribe button. And then, of course, you can also set the alarms, share, rate, review the podcast, and make friends in the comments section. All of that helps the podcast. It helps it into the algorithm, and it helps push it out to a bigger audience. So I need your help to be doing that. But the one thing I'm asking everybody to do, click that subscribe button. All right? Thank you. If you want to follow me, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, and Facebook. Yes, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, and Facebook. I'm on all of them. Go follow. I appreciate it. And if you want to get more involved with the podcast, talkinwithtopher at gmail.com. If you or someone you know has that story, maybe you want to ask a question, maybe you need advice, you want to send a video, a sound bite, whatever you want to do, you got to send it to the official email of the podcast, talkinwithtopher at gmail.com. That's talkinwithtopher at gmail.com. Go ahead, send your emails, and if you want free Slowdown merch, make sure you put Slowdown in the subject line. Absolutely love my sponsors. And also, remember, Tyler Crane's new singles are dropping July 1st. Yes, Grid Link, Happenstance, and Furtherance drops July 1st. You want to go get them? Click the link below the video. The link is in the description, okay? So go there, check out his music. This is a super exciting time for him. He worked on both of these singles for a year. So go, download them, check them out, listen to them, and share, okay? So again, Tyler Crane's new singles, Happenstance and Furtherance, drop July 1st. Go click that link in the description below the video and go listen to Tyler Crane's new singles that are dropping tomorrow. Go get them. And with all that being said, let's get into today's episode. So, let me start off by saying I've been looking to make some extra time for myself. So, my guest for July, we did an early recording. I'm super pumped about it. It was a great conversation. It'll be coming out in the first week of July. And That's so I can free up a little bit more of my time. I'm trying to bank some episodes so that I can get some time off and enjoy the warm weather. I'll probably end up just picking up poop and mowing my lawn, but I got to make time for that, right? So if you haven't noticed or you don't notice, there is a fan on. I think I said a couple weeks ago, my AC broke. All the prices went up. I haven't been able to find one yet. So just be aware that right now, as the temperature is increasing, there is a chance that every podcast coming out from this point on will have a little bit of fan feedback. I apologize for it, but there's nothing I can do. I am literally sweating to death right now. It is so hot up here, and I've had the fan on, pulling the heat out of the room, but you turn on all these lights and everything else, and it just heats up so quickly in this little tiny spot. But I just wanted to let everybody know what was going on, why you're hearing what's wrong with the sound, if you can hear it. So I'm working on it. I'm going to try and get an AC in this fucking bitch so I can stop using this fan and, bring the podcast sound back to its proper quality that I think it should be at. But, hey, sometimes we have to make sacrifices in order not to melt, right? I can't exactly move this entire situation to another room in my house. And now it's time to take a break for a word from our sponsors. Slowdownclothing.bigcartel.com. That's slowdownclothing.bigcartel.com. You're not sure how to spell it? It's right here at the bottom of the screen. Or you can click the link in the video description below. All right, go there, click that link, and before you check out, use promo code TOPHER to save 10% off your entire purchase. This website has everything you're looking for. Kid tees, adult tees, leggings, swimsuits. Towels are sold out right now, but I told you to get them months ago. That's right, it's summer, it's here, and they're sold out of their beach towels. But hopefully the inventory will come back, or they just got new ones on the way because there is so much new stuff. Holy crap, new stuff. Look at all these new kid tees. Look at these new leggings. All these new skateboards, these hats. I mean, they came out with the hats a little bit ago, but they're still awesome. Everything's awesome. I love all of these high-quality products that you can get at a great price, and now by using the promo code TOPHER before you check out, you're going to save an additional 10% off that entire purchase, all right? So go to slowdownclothing.bigcartel.com. That's right, slowdownclothing.bigcartel.com. You're not sure how to spell it? It's right here at the bottom of the screen, or you can click the link in the description below the video. New Hampshire Vape Gallery is located at 180 Lafayette Road, Seabrook, New Hampshire, down the street from Home Depot and next to Smoke Rings, where we're open 7 days a week from 10:30 to 8 p.m. That's right. And if you want to give us a call, 603-814-4171. And while supplies last, JUUL Pods, get them while we got them, all right? Because once they're gone forever. But we've got menthol e-juice. We've got menthol flavored e-juice. We've got flavors, okay? We've got all the flavors in the disposables, the freebase, and your salt nic, or I like to call it high nicotine. All the hemp products are growing. More and more are showing up on the shelf. Because why? Because I'm ordering them for all of you out there. Everything that I've advertised is available right now. So get down there. That's right. Get down to New Hampshire Vape Gallery today and come and see me, Topher, or the guys at the gallery, and we're going to help you find what you're looking for at New Hampshire Vape Gallery, located at 180 Lafayette Road, Seabrook, New Hampshire, down the street from Home Depot and next to Smoke Rings, where we are open 7 days a week from 10:30 to 8 p.m. Feel free to give us a call, 603-814-4171. And as always, I look forward to seeing you there. NaturalBossNH.com. That's NaturalBossNH.com. I absolutely love this website and all of their organic products. They are absolutely amazing. They still have some Feeling Rosy bath and body soak available for $5 on sale right now while supplies last. But don't forget their other 5 amazing products that are available all year round is the salve for repairing skin, the lip and body balm for keeping that skin repaired, your beard oil to keep your beard looking fresh and smelling fresh. It's amazing. The foot and body soak. I mean, let's just melt away all of our stressful days at this point in time. I mean, who isn't stressing out today and needs a little bit of relaxation and me time, right? So go to naturalbossnh.com and get that foot and body soak and melt those stressful days away. And let's support a small business. That's where we need to be putting the money today, because these big businesses are not doing anything for any of us, right? So support your small business. Buy all these products, because why? They're affordable. Yes, they are all affordable, and you can only get them here at naturalbossnh.com. That's naturalbossnh.com. Buy one or all 5 of these products today. And now let's get back to the show. I know most of you have seen the short, right? You saw the JUUL Band that has happened. This is the second thing that has happened in the vaping industry that happened without anybody really knowing about it. So I got an article on the JUUL ban. Now it's about 6 days ago, right? And they mentioned it. They said it was going to happen. It was going to happen. And I was like, okay, so what's going to happen? They're going to try and ban JUUL? This is the craziest thing ever. But prior to that, we were on 10 cents a milliliter for juice and disposables. And without anybody's acknowledgement, they passed a 30-cent tax on all disposables. But it was a surprise to all the retailers. There was no notification of that. There was no FDA announcement. There was no federal announcement about bumping up that tax. So what? That means whenever you feel like bumping up the tax, you can just do it without notification. So this is the same thing that kind of happened with JUUL. There was a small leak about the ban, and then literally less than 2 days later, it was banned. Now, this ban is only a stepping stone, right? Because with every stepping stone, they get to demolish it a little bit more and a little bit more. And I want to kind of read from a couple different articles, because even though I have all the information that I want to speak about in my head, I want some actual facts as well on this situation, because I know that this is going a lot further, and I think almost all the rest of the times that I've talked about this, the sky is falling, it's over, blah, blah, blah. But I'm not trying to be that way this time. I want to just give the information as best as I can. But I also want to give my opinion on where all of this is going and kind of how they're going to kill the vape industry. Because like I said, this is only a stepping stone, and this is the direction that they're moving in. So this article here says that they were denied by the FDA their application to keep its tobacco and menthol flavored products on the market, according to reporting from the Wall Street Journal. So, you know what I mean. Surprisingly, when compared to competitors' applications, JUUL was one of the most detailed and data-heavy, showing just how effective it was at transitioning smokers away from cigarettes toward a safer alternative. Research published in Nicotine and Tobacco Research that studied smokers who transitioned from JUULs to JUULs found that smokers in North America were significantly more likely to switch to vaping than those in the United Kingdom, who only had access to lower strength nicotine products. So this is the biggest argument. They're saying that the nicotine is too much nicotine. Okay. So the company founded Stanford University classmates James Moses and Adam Bowen, both of whom were smokers. Moses and Bowen decided they no longer wanted to smoke, but found the mix of options available for quitting unsatisfying. So they decided to make their own alternative in 2004. And I'm not going to get into all the details about how this company came up and blah, 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 blah. Basically, they're saying that because of JUUL being in the U.S., instead of getting off of cigarettes and on a lower nicotine, it's so much nicotine that, you know, people will that have never smoked are now staying on nicotine because it's so much. I don't know if a cap is going to work as good as they think because people are just going to get what they can get. But there are caps in other places. There's caps in the EU. There's all kinds of nicotine level caps all over the Europe and stuff like that. So over there, and I don't know geology, I'm sorry, but over there, they have a cap. I don't think you're allowed to have more than like 30 milligrams. So they're saying we're denying you because even though you've given us great detailed data on, yes, you are helping people quit smoking, you're not helping people get off this product because you're hooking them with too much nicotine. And then, you know, the FDA orders JUUL Labs to remove products from the U.S. market. So they denied the application. That was the first article I got. This was the second one that I got. And they basically were like, nope, we denied your application, and now you can no longer sell your product in the U.S. You have to pull it from the market. So this is where people kind of got confused because they were like, oh, no, they're not going to go into every single store and rip these things out of the stores. Actually, I think this has been one of the best transitions on a vape ban that I've ever seen. And the reason for that is because when the states were banning flavors, they were making the shops take it off the shelves. It's gone. It's illegal. It's been banned. Well, that's not fair to the shops, right? They spent thousands of dollars, and now you're telling them that they can't use this product, which is why we had vape shops show up 2 years later in New Hampshire with expired juice because they didn't want to throw it away. And I don't blame these people. I don't blame anybody for wanting to get their money back. In fact, I disagree with the government banning anything and then making us throw it away, but then never giving us our fucking money back. That's wrong. Just like everything else that they do is wrong. And I'm not going to get too into that because I need to stay focused. But so then they put the ban in, and now they have to take their products off of the distributors. So they have to go through and, you know, somebody knows every distributor, and they have to go through and they have to delete them. And now if you go through the distributors, you know, they probably won't exist, or if you type them in, they're gone. I personally believe, and this is where it gets fishy because I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure that not only do the shops get to sell what's left, but so do the distributors. But now the distributors don't have access to ordering from JUUL anymore. They had to take themselves off that distributor list. So they won't be selling any more product in the U.S. to any distributors. But I think if we have the capability of ordering from our distributors and they still have stock, we can. Excuse me. There has been absolutely no talk, none, out of all these articles that I've gone through, and there's 3 of them so far, none of them have said that the shops have to tear it out, throw it away, get rid of them. They did for the flavored pods in the beginning. I mean, we hung on to them as long as we could, but eventually they found their way into the dumpster. You know what I mean? But they haven't done that with JUUL, which has been the most interesting part of all of this because why I'm almost frightened to ask even why. Well, why didn't you do it the way you always do it? You know, but I'm glad they didn't because, you know, there's money invested there, and we wanted to get our money back. So then they put the ban through. Everybody thinks that the ban is on vapes. It's not on vapes yet. It's coming. It is coming. I told everybody. I'm not saying that the sky is falling, but hey, wake up, everyone. This is not just Topher, you know, saying that the sky is falling. This is happening. This is happening now, and it's not going to stop happening until they've reached their goal. And I'll explain everything that's going to happen, and I'll see if my goal is going to come to fruition. But I want to leave the goal for the end. So then I got another one where the FDA fully bans them. No one's allowed to sell them. You know, JUUL must. It was just JUUL being able to sell to the U.S. So no vape ban, JUUL's only ban, and it's only in the U.S. So when you go to Canada for vacation, or if you go to Europe, or you go anywhere else in the world, I think JUUL's everywhere still. Yeah, hell, mostly everywhere in the world, they still have flavored pods. The only difference is that like Europe and stuff like that, those places, they have the cap. So you'll never find 5%. You will only find 3%. So nobody else was selling 5%, which is 50 milligrams. That's so much. You know, most countries have a cap on the nicotine. I still think 30 milligrams is kind of high, but I would rather see people vaping 30 milligrams over 50 milligrams any day, you know. So with this being said, you know, this FDA ban, this whole thing, like I said, this is a stepping stone, right? We need to be able to reach this goal. Well, we can't reach this goal because we have to get through all these levels in order to be able to reach that goal. So what I believe is happening, right? The 10 cents tax, then the disposables went 30 cents. That's to curb the disposable side of things, which it did not work, by the way. People did not care that they either went up in price or stayed the same, depending on your shop. But they were just like, it's easy, it's convenient, and I'm just going to buy it. I'm like, okay, great. But then, you know, they're like, okay, well, we're just going to ban JUUL because we already banned JUUL products before. So why can't we just stop them from coming into the United States? And as soon as they did that, I believe the next step is going to be the max level on nicotine, I think. Because it makes sense to me. If you get rid of JUUL, now you can attack the milligram side of things. Because you don't have JUUL anymore. Even though they had a 3%, so we could have still sold 3% if they really wanted to get rid of 50 milligram or 5%. But I think they're going to get ready to cap the nicotine. So that means all your disposables will go from 5% to 3%. All your juice will stop at 30 milligrams. And that's it. That's all you're going to see, right? So now they kick out another notch. Now they've capped out the nicotine. Nobody has free reign. Every single juice company that has a 50 and a 35 is going to have a 50 and a 30. And then everybody who has a 25 and 50, well, maybe they're going to go 30 and 20. Because a 30 and 25 is stupid. But they don't want one level. They want a max level and a lower level. So they're going to have to redo their bottles, too. It's going to make them redo everything. So that's going to be a very interesting move, which puts stress on the manufacturers. See? So they're not just putting stress on the consumer and the shop and the distributor And but they're doing it to the manufacturers. They're doing it to everybody. They are literally making everybody squirm, right? So as soon as they put a cap on it, everybody's going to have to redo their friggin' juice and everything else, which is going to have to start those PMTAs all over again, because now every single PMTA for 50 milligram juice will automatically be denied because you can't have that much nicotine, which allows them to deny applications. You see? And think about it. There's 6 million applications, and they're doing 30 applications a day. And I think their work week is only 4 or 5 days. Well, I know a work week is normally 5 days anyways. What I'm saying is I'm trying to squeak in a 4th day because it is the government, and who knows, maybe they don't work 5 days a week. But if they do, every day, 30 applications out of 6 million, it's like 24 years before we get through all these applications. But we changed that nicotine level. They're all denied because we already know that they're well over 50 milligrams, and we can't have that. So here's what they're going to do. They already did the juice per milliliter. So they need to come up with a way to tax the pouches, lozenges, devices, batteries, tanks, coils, pods, you name it. Anything that doesn't have actual liquid in it cannot be taxed per milliliter. So what they're going to do is they're going to implement a 65% tax on everything else. Unbelievable. This is going to make it so that let's just say I'm selling a pod mod for $55. Well, 50% would make that 110. You still got 15% more to add. So you're looking at this device being almost $120 when it used to be $55 with the federal tax. And do you think Massachusetts is not going to keep their 75% state tax and add on the federal 65% tax? Making vaping a luxury. You literally would have to be living luxurious and have money coming in, which most of us don't have anymore because of gas and food inflation. Now it's a luxury. So now we're pushing people back to cigarettes, which is another leg, another notch kicked out on the vaping industry, right? So after that happens, right, because this is what I believe is going to happen. It may not happen in this order, but I believe all 5 of these things are going to happen. The next thing that they will do is they will start the bans on menthol cigarettes, and flavored cigars. It still hasn't passed, but that would be the next step, right? And that makes menthol flavors, menthol cigarettes, menthol anything, and flavored cigars, because you know how many kids are fucking smoking on flavored cigars these days. But that would literally make all of those products illegal. Those are products that I believe they are going to make us rip off of our shelves and throw away. Which is one of the reasons I get so upset about this, because if I could have some type of a window or some type of a way to, you know, maybe make sure that I'm not reordering specific things. Like I said, this is not going to happen tomorrow, but the thing is it can happen tomorrow. But if I don't know about it, and, you know, I'm just ordering shit I'm going to have to throw in the trash. You know, it's just ridiculous, and I think it's wrong to do us like this. But this is what they're going to do. So if they do that tax, they make it a luxury, they ban the menthol, they ban the cigarettes too. Now, mind you, that's another notch on the vaping industry, right? We're kicking out a lot of notches here. But now we've kicked out a leg on the tobacco industry. We got rid of the menthol side of it. So now you've got regular cigarettes. But because you've made vaping a luxury, now cigarettes look cheap, right? When you used to spend $75 on a bottle of juice and a mod, now $11, $12 to $13 for a pack of cigarettes don't look so bad. Right? Because now your juice and your mod is like $140. So because of that, you know, you're going to have a lot of people during this transition going back to cigarettes because it's going to be more affordable. And by the time this happens, who the hell knows where inflation's going to be? It's going to be crazy. It's going to be way out. But maybe they'll use JUUL as an example, and if they can keep JUUL out, well, what's to stop us from making this company stop selling it in the U.S. and make this company stop selling in the U.S.? So what's to stop them from banning mods from coming into the country? The answer is nothing. The answer is nothing. They're doing this without our approval, most of the time without our knowledge. But if they do this and they do it in kind of the way that I think that they're going to do it, it won't be long before nobody's vaping. Everybody's back on regular cigarettes, right? The vaping industry gets its doors closed, you know, and they're going to look at it as a win, of course, which it's not. You're putting people out of business. People can't work. Now we're on unemployment because of you. And now you've ruined thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of lives for these stupid actions that you keep taking that are supposedly for the kids, which we all know is a fucking blatant lie. And you're just banning something that you don't understand in the first place, which is all you do. You make things illegal and you ban them and you don't even know anything about them except for what you hear and what you think, and what you think is supposed to be gospel and it fucking isn't. You know what I mean? So, I mean, just look at everything. Look at the way everything is being done. Everything is being run. It is not in our favor. Everything that is being done by our government is destroying us. Sending weapons to Ukraine and not cleaning up our shit in our own backyard, waste of money. We have to send them more weapons. I just heard it today. But we're not supposed to be involved. But we're doing it, which puts us all in danger. And for some reason, people are just brushing off the fact that we could have a nuclear war. Right? You got the gun problems. They're not gun problems. They are mental health issues. You locked everybody up for 2 years, told them to be as afraid of everything as possible, and now they are. And then, because you did that, and you separated all of us, and kept us having distance, well, now there's some people that disconnected, and they can't reconnect. And they lose their everything. Those people are likely to become unhinged. And then you have the people who tried to make it, did everything that you wanted to, and you still couldn't help them out enough. You raise all the prices, then you blame everything on the war. That's what's causing inflation. We all know that's a lie. And then you say that it's because of the Putin, because of our gas prices. Well, we know that's a lie too. All you're doing is lying to us, but then you also turn around and say to us that all these companies have profits that they've never seen before. Hey, assholes, thanks for saying we stole from you and we're happy about it without saying it, but you did, and then you threw it back in our faces, but for some reason nobody else sees this. And then now you're going to take out the vaping and tobacco industry, which is just going to make nicotine illegal and go to the black market. So great. Another thing for people to put fentanyl in. Right? This is the problem I have. They always have to make everything illegal because they don't understand it. And when they make it illegal, the people that don't give a fuck about people will find a way to get those people what they want. And whether or not it kills them faster than it was going to before, or if I can get them really fucking hooked on it, what is going to stop these people from putting fentanyl in e-juice? I don't think anything. And I don't think anybody's thinking of this. You know, that's what troubles me the most. Our government is doing nothing to help us. If anything, it's causing more of the bottom to fall out, which means we're going to see more shootings. We're going to see more people on edge. Do you think all of these accidents that we've already had up until this point, and I don't know if anybody knows this, but there has been more accidents in 2022 up to this point right here, June 30th, than all of 2020 and 21. Now, Topher, that's no way to talk, man. And why? Why is that no way to talk? Because nobody was on the roads. Okay, fair. But here's my problem with it. That's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. No, everybody feels pressed for time. Everybody feels like they have no time left. So now everybody's rushing to go everywhere. And then you add in the people who just got their licenses over the last 2 years, right? That haven't been out on the road, that have been masked up, told to stay home, doing homeschooling, doing all this shit that they didn't want to do, being separated from their friends, and now they're let out, and they don't know how to fucking control themselves. Because they were like, I tried so hard to do what you asked, or I didn't try, whatever, but now they're just overly excited. Why? Because you told everybody to do this, and they listened for some weird reason, and now they don't know how to do anything. So that's on you. That's on you, government. This isn't on them. This isn't on the school shooting. Different story. I hope every single one of them gets fucking fired and they never work again. They're all pieces of shit. And that fucking door was unlocked. Unbelievable. But again, the guy that got in, mental health issues. Okay? Mental health problems. It wasn't the AR. It wasn't the rifle. It wasn't anything. It was him. It was him. And every time this happens, it's him. Right? And I get it. Everybody wants something done about the guns. You can't do anything about the guns. You're not going to be able to take the guns away from people. We have to be able to slow them down before purchase. And we have to be able to figure out if you're mentally healthy to have one. I have my rights to buy guns again, supposedly. I would gladly take this test, and you know what would happen? They probably fucking deny me. Actually, they probably wouldn't today. They would have 5.5 years ago. They would have been like, no fucking way, dude. But today I have confidence in myself that that would not happen. But as you can see, and as I'm trying to make it a point, the government is not helping us. They're not going to bail you out of your college loans. They're just going to keep telling you that they possibly might. I hope everybody already knows Biden could have stopped all of this with a swipe of a pen. He can pay back all those debts without any approval. He can stop this inflation with a wave of a pen, and he doesn't have to talk to certain people. There are specific things that the president doesn't even have to fucking discuss with anybody. But because he's half dead, he has to discuss. Did you see the fucking shit with him holding, I wish I had a fucking picture I could throw up right now, holding one of his cue cards up that was telling him exactly where to go and exactly what to do. This motherfucker doesn't even know what time it is. Okay? This is the worst I've ever seen everything. And I feel like everybody's taking advantage of Sleepy Joe Biden. And I'll put blame on myself. I fucking put him there. But what am I supposed to do? Right? So, sometimes I'm just never happy with my choices, but they are the choices I've made, so I must deal with them on my own. But this is where we're going. This is what the government's doing. And the end goal, the reason for all of this, is to end smoking nicotine in the United States. It really is. They want to make it illegal because if you have knocked out half of the cigarettes, you knocked out the whole vaping industry. The next, excuse me, the next is the regular cigarettes. Right? That's all that's left. They're not going after cigars in general because nobody smokes them. And if you do smoke them, it's very selected, once in a while, unless you're somebody like Joe Rogan. Then maybe you're smoking one every day. I don't know. He really shouldn't. He really shouldn't be smoking those things anymore. I wish he would stop. He's going to give himself fucking throat cancer or something. And he's so healthy. Man, it bothers the fuck out of me when he does that. But then again, I think Brendan and him drink too much too. They need to fucking cut this shit out. But that's not up to me. But do you see what I just did? You see? This is what our government is doing to us. They're having these thoughts, except they get to act on them, and they get to implement laws that actually do this to us. So, it's okay to have the thoughts, but it's not okay to friggin' do this to everybody. But at the same time, and here's where I have a struggle. I fight with myself. I do think it's a good idea that nobody smokes cigarettes or vapes. Weird, right? I still agree that doing nothing is much healthier than any of this shit. But if you are somebody who is addicted to nicotine, you're going to want to start tapering down your nicotine. I do believe the cap is going to be 30 milligrams when it goes through. We don't know when, but I do believe it's going to be 30. So you may want to get yourself down there before they make you, right? And then you're just going to want to, it's sad to say, but you're going to have to go to like lozenges or patches or gum or toothpicks. Any of those alternatives are not going anywhere. But like I said, they're going to get a 65% tax put on them. But here is the loophole, because me and Tyler did some digging. So what is happening is if your products are FDA approved, that's right, Nicorette gum, Nicorette lozenges, I believe the Lucy gum is FDA approved. They haven't FDA approved their pouches yet, but they are in the middle of FDA approving their pouches right now. Hopefully that passes, but no 65% tax on anything that is FDA approved. So, at the end of the day, they may be able to completely dismantle, if not completely destroy, the vaping industry and possibly extinguish the big tobacco cigarette industry. But there's still going to be an alternative to nicotine. And smoking is horrible for you, right? Vaping, not that much better, but it's definitely better, right? It's definitely better. But not inhaling anything is the best. And these pouches today, you don't have to worry about mouth cancer. They've done extensive studies on these, which is why Lucy's having a little bit of a hard time getting through the process. They had to prove and then I think it was like double verify the mouth cancer part. But there's no sign that these things give you mouth cancer. There's nothing in them to give you mouth cancer. And if you take in your nicotine through gum or toothpicks or anything else, just remember, nicotine is a great drug. It really is. It fires your neurons. It gets you thinking. So it really is a great drug. The problem with it is the way that we ingest it, the way we take it in. And most people don't even know this. But nicotine is just like caffeine. It's in and out of your system in 3 hours. It is more addictive than caffeine, but I think caffeine's pretty goddamn addictive too. I've never had anybody tell me they weren't like, you know, like, I'm sorry. If you talk to anybody drinking soda, they want the caffeine, man. They want the caffeine. I mean, what are all these the rain drinks and the monsters? It's all caffeine, right? So people are highly addicted to caffeine, just like they're highly addicted to nicotine. Well, that soda is like a cigarette to me. You know what I mean? Caffeine, really not that great of a drug. But nicotine is. It actually does do something. But smoking or vaping is not the way to do it. There are better ways to get nicotine into your system. But maybe one day, the world with no smoking, no vaping, and nobody really addicted to nicotine seems like a pretty decent world. But on the flip side, what does that come with? Right? More chances of getting hooked on probably fentanyl is what I'm thinking. So it's not very clear to me exactly what's going to happen, but I'm drawing my own picture with the information that I keep gathering on all of this. And the end result I keep running into is that smoking is illegal in the United States, at least nicotine. And a lot of people would be like, well, marijuana is legal, so why would we make this illegal? Well, as far as I'm concerned, probably should be illegal if it kills you. I mean, we as Americans put rubber bumpers on everything for everyone. But when it comes to alcohol and cigarettes, it's a free-for-all. Even though both of those products kill you. Whether you drink too much and die, or if you drink too much and try to stop and die, or smoking gives you mouth cancer, lung cancer, throat cancer. I mean, these products are basically poison. So, I don't know. But if it does happen, I hope people don't buy this stuff off the black market. I don't know. I'm trying to bring this up a little bit because I was like, I don't know how else to do this. Because it's just so much. So that's what's going on with the JUUL ban. That's where I see the vaping and smoking industry and the big tobacco industry going. And we'll see if it happens. I hope, it doesn't. I want to be wrong. I want to make that very clear. I do want to be wrong. But you know what's interesting since I've gotten sober off of alcohol? I've been right a lot more often than I ever have in my entire life, which is kind of scary, especially if you're used to doing something or being wrong all the time. So when you start seeing a bigger picture and then you're like, I think this is going to happen, and it does, man, that was a shock wave. And this has happened multiple times now in the last like 2.5 years, mostly. So I don't think I'm 100% wrong, but I do think that there's some things that I could have exaggerated, could be under, could be over, but in the end, and I think there's already 2 or 3 countries that have banned smoking, period, in their countries. And I just see this. We want to do that too. You know what I mean? And we think that's a good idea. We should do that. Well, we can't just do that. We got lobbyists. We've got these guys are feeding the pockets of the politicians. We got to be gentle with these. So they're like, all right, well, we don't owe anything to the vaping industry. So why don't we just take them both out at the same time? We'll just let the big tobacco friggin' scoop up what's left over the vape, and we'll slowly take them all out, So holy shit, people. It is absolutely insane today. And just keep in mind, too, this is my livelihood. So it's really hard to sit here and tell you all this with a smile on my face and trying to laugh or make fun of it when one day I'm going to be unemployed, on unemployment, looking for a job because of our government. So, wasn't COVID. It wasn't, all the other shit that, put hundreds of thousands of business out of business. We survived all that just to be shut down by the U.S. government. So, thank you. Fucking assholes. All right. Anyways, I'm keeping this one short. I got stuff to go do. I appreciate all of you for listening and joining in. Thank you so much, as always, to all my subscribers. I hope, spread this thing around. Tell people about it, share it. You find a funny moment, clip it out, send it off. Do all those things. Make friends in the comments. And again, from the bottom of my heart to all my subscribers out there, thank you. Hello, and thank you to the new subscribers. I'm so happy that this thing is just growing all the time, and I appreciate all of you. Again, if you are new to the podcast, you stopping by, checking it out, just listening, make sure you subscribe. That's right, subscribe. It is the most important thing you can do for me. Yeah, that's it. That's all I want, really. Subscribe, and then you can move on. But if you don't want to move on, you want to do more, set the alarms, share, rate, and review the podcast, and make friends in the comment section. If you want to get more involved with the podcast, talkinwithtopher@gmail.com. That's talkinwithtopher@gmail.com. Send an email, put slow down in the subject line. That's going to give you an opportunity to get some free slow down merch. Again, it's talkinwithtopher@gmail.com. That is the official email of the podcast, talkinwithtopher@gmail.com. And if you want to follow me, I'm on social media. Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, and Facebook. Again, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, and Facebook. And you know the deal. I'm on there. Go give a follow. And again, I want to let everybody know that Tyler Crane's new singles are dropping. That's right. It's in the link is in the description below the video. Go click it. It's Linktree. Gives you everything, but it also gives you the link to get his new singles that are dropping this July 1st. So go and check out Happenstance and Furtherance tomorrow when they drop and go live. All right, so do that. Go and follow Tyler. Check out his new singles. And with all that being said, I hope everybody has a great rest of their Thursday. Enjoy your weekend. Happy 4th of July. That's right. Happy 4th. Happy Independence Day. Stay safe out there. Don't drive drunk. And I'll see you back here next week. All right? So stay safe, everybody. Again, happy 4th of July. And I will talk to you later.